We simply cannot sustain as a country $2 trillion deficits. The interest rates, just the interest on the national debt, now exceeds the Defense Department's spending. We spend a lot on the Defense Department, but we're spending over $1 trillion on interest. If this continues, the country will become de facto bankrupt. It's not an optional thing, it is an essential thing.
Mr. Musk and President Trump were asked about what's in store for more than 1 million federal workers who didn't respond to an email sent Saturday that ordered them to list 5 things they had accomplished at work in the last week. At the same time, Mr. Musk added on social media that failure to respond would be taken as their resignation. But several government departments told their workers not to send an answer. Mr. Trump said he wasn't sure what would happen to those workers who didn't write back.
You know, I wouldn't say that we're thrilled about it. You know, they haven't responded. Now, maybe they don't exist. Maybe we're paying people that don't exist. Don't forget, we just got here. This group just got here. But those people are on the bubble, as they say. You know, maybe they're going to be gone. Maybe they're not around. Maybe they have other jobs. Maybe they moved and they're not where they're supposed to be. A lot of things could have happened.
Our North America correspondent Nomia Iqbal is at the White House. So, Nomia, what else can you tell us about Trump's first cabinet meeting in his second administration, and notably attended by Elon Musk, who isn't a cabinet member but seemed to have a big presence at that meeting?
Well, I think it's pretty remarkable that Elon Musk was not only in the cabinet meeting but dominated it. Remember, he is unelected and he is unconfirmed by the Senate, but he does have this outsized influence on the Trump administration. And if there was any tension between him and Donald Trump, it wasn't shown at all. Both men seem to get on incredibly well. And if there was any tension between Mr. Musk and some of the cabinet secretaries, as there has been reports of there being, then that wasn't shown either. As we saw there, Elon Musk defended the work that he's doing to reduce the federal workforce with DOGE, and Donald Trump defended him as well. In fact, in the meeting, he said, to quote him, that America was bloated, fat and disgusting. Those were Donald Trump's comments. And yeah, like I said, they both seem incredibly close. If there is any attempt to sort of have tension between them, you've got some critics who like to refer to Elon Musk as President Musk, thinking it might get under Donald Trump's skin. None of that showed. Elon Musk is still very much part of Donald Trump's administration, and Mr. Trump backs him.
And Nomia, the meeting comes on the eve of UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer's visit to the White House. So how is he going to make the case for Ukraine, do you think? And do you think that the increased military spending pledges, that he might try to use those as leverage over the many tariff threats that Donald Trump has suggested?
I don't think it's a coincidence that the UK Prime Minister is coming with essentially a gift for President Trump. We know that Mr. Trump is not a conventional leader. He is controversial, he's chaotic, he's transactional ultimately with his friends and foes. He wants to see something in return, and he has long criticised NATO countries for not pulling their weight financially. So the fact that Mr. Starmer is coming with this increase in defence spending is something. Whether or not Mr. Trump thinks it's enough, ambitious enough, is another thing. But of course, Mr. Starmer will want to make Ukraine very much a focus of the talks, like the French President Emmanuel Macron did earlier in the week. He wants to ensure not just security for Ukraine, but also security for the whole of Europe. And you know, earlier this month, when I was on Air Force One, when we got off Air Force One, I asked the President how he felt about Sir Keir Starmer, and he said to me that he's a nice guy. I really like him. So we'll have to see exactly how the meeting goes when Mr. Starmer and him meet tomorrow.
Indeed, and we look forward to getting your updates. Thank you so much to Nomia Iqbal, North America correspondent.